Good morning. Good morning. How are you? I hope you're safe and well because, of course, that is the only thing that matters. Well, we've got a few things for you today. The first thing is that the UK government have published their list of retained EU legislation. Now, that's the stuff that they're going to get rid of from UK law by the end of the year that had been ported in from the EU. And of course, now we're no longer members. So I'm just going to put a link to it here below this video. You have to download it as, I think it's a spreadsheet, but it's an open document spreadsheet rather than an Excel spreadsheet. Retained EU law. Hang on, trying to type and talk at the same time. Tricky. To be removed from UK by end of 2023. There's quite a few things in this, including the biggest, as you might expect, the most number of laws to be removed are under DEFRA's auspices. And of course, we know that they've got the biggest burden. And I was speaking to some of their people at Chem UK the other week, and it is a lot of work. And, I was trying to say, well done on behalf of all of us, because it is one of these admin jobs that needs to happen. Now, what's good about this list is they actually say what the purpose of the law is and then why they're taking it out. And so, for example, when we get to the big news in industry this week, which is, of course, that Annex 8 to CLP is being removed from UK law, you can see on the spreadsheet, I think it's row 206, that the Department of Health and Social Care is going to remove Annex 8 to CLP because it's been brought in inadvertently and nobody wants it. Interestingly, we did hear back via CBA that the DHSC were thinking about doing a public consultation last year on whether to keep it or get rid of it. And when they dug into it a bit more, they realized, no, this is completely ridiculous. It should have never been brought in. So that's why last year we didn't have the public consultation that had been promised us. So they just thought, no, we've got to take it out. It is ridiculous. So it's really good to have both this list of regulations coming out and also the confirmation within that list that, yes, Annex 8 to CLP in the UK is definitely going. Now, I shouldn't really say the UK because, of course, Northern Ireland is still going to carry on with their sort of hybrid version of poison centre notification, which, of course, is where you have the you do the poison centre notification in IUCLID 6, either on a desktop module or online. And even if you're outside the EU, you can still use that facility. And you then send it, unfortunately, still via email, which is not the most secure method, but you then send it to NPIS here in Birmingham on mainland GB. So it is a bit of a fudge. That's still carrying on. But for GB companies, we're going back to the traditional method, which is you send your SDS in on a voluntary basis. So if you think your product, particularly hazardous mixture, is harmful enough that it might harm consumers, you can voluntarily send in your SDS. So it's really, really good news. And I was just going to say, let me see if I can pick up the NPIS. Yes, I've got it there. NPIS advice on what to do at the moment is on this link. Let me just pop it there. And what that has is, I'm not sure if it's been updated with the fact that Annex 8 is being withdrawn for GB, but it's certainly got the information on what you need to do if you're selling into Northern Ireland or you are in Northern Ireland and placing your hazardous mixtures on the market. So that's that. That's kind of the good technical news. Now, in slightly more light-hearted vein, I didn't watch Eurovision. It's not really my kind of thing, but I understand that Finland had pallets as part of their dance routine. And there has been a very interesting comment from Tom Coates about the pallets put on LinkedIn. So I will put that in. He was saying that, they seem to be hanging off the pallet. Clearly they are slightly smaller sizes. They're Euro pallets, and that's why they've got overhanging, and there might be transshipping problems. But the comments under this are absolutely hilarious as well. It is so worth picking up on that one. And in terms of other reasons to be cheerful, the other thing that I've come across, regular newsletter readers will be aware that I put in a weekly recipe. And that goes back to when the newsletter really got going during lockdown, when I was doing daily newsletters and the daily reasons to be cheerful videos to keep everybody's morale up, mine included. And so we always have a weekend recipe. And this week I modified the coronation quiche. May have added some bacon to it. And I came across this fantastic video called "It's a Southern Thing," and it's how to lose friends. And it's basically by changing your potluck recipe. Now, potluck is, as I'm sure most of you are aware, is where everybody does what used to be the original picnic idea here in the UK, which is everybody's told which dish to bring. You know, you'll have a potluck at work, and people will bring this and that and the other, and there'll be a list, and somebody will, I'll do this. And it was very, very appropriate. So I'm just putting that in the comments as well, because it's all good fun. And we'll probably do that as part of our Reasons to be Cheerful series. We'll do some more of the Southern Things, It's a Southern Things comedy sketches, because it's not just the southern parts of the USA that have these things going on. So that's it from me for today. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. Hope you and your family remain safe. And I look forward to chatting to you again next week. Oh, by the way, I just nearly forgot. If you aren't already on our newsletter and you'd like to join us, because we are very much a community and we get lots of input from our readers, then I'll just put the sign up link in the comments as well. Take care of yourselves. Bye.